Hey, my name's Elijah McMillan. This is going to be the first. I'm just going to talk about each week what I'm doing with the shirt apparel business that me and my girlfriend own. Talk about how we do it, what we got, future things, all kinds of stuff. But this week, I'm going to go through all the stuff we got so far. Next week I might do like the process of how to make it. Might come sooner or later than next week. I don't know when I'm going to post this. I don't know how long it takes. But we're just going to see. Because I'm also going to keep track, a wonderful track of sales. So week 1 sales, week 1. Technically this is like the 30th week, but this is the first week it's public-ish. It's been public for a while too, but first week. We're just gonna leave it right there. I'll keep track of sales. So if someone ever orders something actually instead of nobody, anyway, I'll go into what the business is, what we do, kind of describe it, I guess, and then I'll go into each apparel item. So as I said, it's me and my girlfriend. She kind of just pays for everything and I ask for money, and then I go make stuff and say I need more money. It's kind of how it's going because I'm still in school. I'm a mechanical engineering student. Probably going to be working at a grocery store. What started in August. That was mostly just legal crap. So we're a gym apparel brand. I mean, of course you could wear this stuff for non-gym stuff, but that's kind of what I have in mind when I'm designing everything. And everything's designed by me. Sometimes my girlfriend will kind of come up with something, but everything you're going to see is me. I put in the work. I design it, print it, pick everything. I pick all the materials and everything. So whenever you buy something, if you ever buy it, you don't have to, but just know that I was the one who made it, But the brand. What is the brand? What does it do? What does it mean? I kind of just made what I wanted. There's a few things. I kind of screwed up my whiteboard. So a few things. There is one, gym brands are super expensive. Like a t-shirt costing $35-$40 because it's a brand and they can, and you'll buy it anyway. Sometimes it's just, a basic Gildan shirt and nothing special about it, Very cheap shirt for $40. That's kind of my part too, is that it's just thin material, very thin, which has purpose. Some shirts need to be thin. Like if it's going to be tight, it needs to be thin. It's not having a super thick but tight shirt kind of sucks. So that's another thing. I wanted high quality shirts. I wanted it to always be high quality. And then 3, I want something that's kind of like dark and grungy. I want it to be like, I want it to be gritty. I want it to be something that I wear and I'm like, man, I look cool. That was all those things, but not $80 for some sweatpants. And then all polyester, 1000% polyester, Polyester is plastic. I don't want plastic sweatpants, It's impossible to completely get rid of polyester in some items. There's the waistband and that's plastic, but can't really get a natural waistband. And then they kind of sprinkle it in somehow. I've tried really hard, but all the t-shirts cotton. Just heads up. But like this sweatshirt has some polyester and sweatpants have polyester. It's hard to get really thick materials that don't have some polyester. That's just the unfortunate truth I have found. Those are the core things I wanted. I wanted high quality shirts, not super expensive. I wanted it to fit my kind of feel, you know. I'm not emo, but you know, I like the darker stuff. I don't want super bright and happy stuff because, you know, I don't always want to feel like that, I guess. I don't know. And all of us kind of don't always feel like that. It's tough times right now. If you get black and another black item, they go together, you know. So, Vexed Mind. What does that mean? Vexed means, if you look it up, the like top thing it means is troubled. It can mean a few things like confused or lost or kind of stuff like that. Like you're vexed in your head, you know. You're kind of lost, I guess you could say. But troubled is like the number one thing it correlates to from what I've seen. Mind, because, you know, I'm not troubled in my kneecap. The Vexed Mind. I like the name. Our core colors are black and red, but we use a lot of white because white shows up on black very well. With that being said, we'll get into each piece now, starting with, like I said, there's a couple shirts that aren't black, just because I wanted some variety. I thought they were nice. These are simple, just comes with the logo on the front. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe. It just says Vexed Mind in black in this color. This is cocoa. It's a nice brown. I like this brown. I personally do not have one of these shirts because we only could afford so many. Also, all the apparel pieces, how it works for everybody. There's two routes you can take. You can either have some random company in China just stitch up a bunch of basic stuff for you. That's an option if you want to be very customized, or do what a lot of people do, most people do, is you start a business, get wholesale licensing, and you can buy wholesale blank pieces of apparel and modify it how you want. Like, we've modified a few things I'll mention as we go through, but we buy blank apparel, we then put our designs on it. Some things just have logos and stuff just because the blank piece itself is unique in its own way. Like the one I'm wearing right now is super thick. You can't just go buy a 7.5 ounce per square yard shirt anywhere. So that's what these are. Comes in 4 colors. Black with white lettering. It's called Dust. It's kind of a light brown. So dust with black lettering, and then white with black lettering, because I feel like white could work if done right. So those are, well, I'm wearing it right now. It's a extra thick. The sleeves go down to your elbow-ish. Your big sleeves, thick material, not much stretch. It's boxy t-shirt, you know. It's supposed to be oversized. I've labeled it as the pump cover, just because it's going to be warmer. It's going to be boxier. Granted, this isn't even a big size. I think this is, well, I don't have the tag, but I think it's like a medium. It might be a large. But those are the pump covers. Those are basic. They're not that expensive. Everything on the website's pretty priced. I'll probably throw it up on the screen somewhere over here or somewhere over here what it looks like on the website, and the cost. I think the cost for everything on the website's reasonable. You know, I do have a few sale items, like if you use code THEMAN, all caps, no space, that's my Instagram name, it gives you 10% off, and then above $60 is free shipping. Just because there's this weird thing with the shipping, it kind of just, each item you buy, it's gonna be $5 for shipping no matter what. So I was like, well, it doesn't cost $20 to ship $90 worth of stuff. It's gonna cost like $10. So I was like, I'll cover it after that. If you're buying over $60 worth of stuff, that's like one big item, one small item, or 3 small items. So if you're buying that much, I'll cover shipping. So next thing, hoodie. These are really thick hoodies. These are also boxy hoodies. This is all we go for now. So that's the, I don't know if you can see it, the design on the back. Inspired by a Tokyo, Japan design. I forget exactly what it was called, but that's what we took for this. That was the inspiration. Another thing you'll notice with these hoodies is that there's no drawstring. You don't have to worry about that. It's not going to get in the way. It also has a very large hood, so it's going to cover more of your head. It's going to create that shadow. It's not going to be just like pulling down on your head. I don't think I even have a long neck, and hoodies do that to me. This one does not. So on the front it just says Vexed Mind in red to match the back. So when you buy these, I wouldn't go up a size. They're kind of oversized as is, because they're meant to be a more boxy fit. Next time we get money, next time I convince my girlfriend, or whenever I finally graduate and make money myself, or I just get employed before then, we will get different types of hoodies. This is a really thick one, boxy, big hood. I'd like to do a more lightweight one for much cheaper, because these are like $45 on the website. Hoodies are typically over $60. So yeah, I'd like a thinner one that's a little bit more slim, because these are pretty big. I'm also only 155 pounds, so I probably just feel like that because I'm small. So that's our only hoodie right now. I have tons of design ideas. I think this design's cool, but iffy. Everybody's got such different opinions. What's up with that? So this is the first one we made. I promise we're gonna get to some really good shirts in a minute. This is the very first shirt we made. We made like 50 of these. Just got a skull on the back and like a cloak. I spent quite a bit of time on this, but in the end I didn't really care for it. A lot of my friends and family are like, oh, this is so cool, because I screwed up like 12 of them, so I gave them away to friends and family. This shirt's a 6 ounce per square yard, which means it's thicker than your normal shirt by like 30-40%, because normal shirts are 4.3 ounce per square yard. Those first shirts were 7.5. Just kind of put it into perspective, they're like a tarp, you know. So this is another 6 ounce. It's a very artistic design. This is one of my favorites. We actually have a decent bit of these. We have like 30. So all the shoulders are double stitched, you know, the seams. For all the 6-ounce shirts, it's got a drop shoulder, so it kind of hangs over a little bit. So if you have broad shoulders, I guess it won't hang over, but if you have regular old shoulders, it'll have that drop shoulder look. So then we got another 6-ounce shirt. By the way, 6-ounce shirts are going to feel a bit heavier, like thicker, like a premium material almost. Not as thick as 7.5. Those are like the thickest shirts you can get. You can see it says mentality across the back shoulders. This is a 2XL, so this is a pretty big shirt. It goes all the way down to large because then I can't fit the mentality in it. But this is in black on black. It does show up, trust me. You can see on the website it shows up. Just with this camera it won't show up super well. This is vinyl. This and the other one are the only ones with vinyl. I'm going to do away with vinyl in the future just because it is delicate and just difficult process to make it. It looks cool. You can't get anything to look just like it. And you can't do this black on black with anything but vinyl. But vinyl tends to peel after a few washes, especially if you don't do cold water, cold dry-ish. So like if you wash it with delicates, it'll last you a while. But if you don't, it may start peeling on the smaller pieces. If that happens early, just let me know. I'll just send you a new one or refund you. It's no big deal. But I'm going to find a way to switch to ink. Ink is better, works better. It lasts like forever. I've so far not noticed any going away of ink. So this is in red. So 2 colors for that one. All the same comments. So only 2 more of the thicker ones, then I get into cool designs, I swear. Vexed Mind 2025 Gym, you know. This is a simple shirt you can add on to your cart to get free shipping or something, you know. It's a cool design. It looks really cool with all black. It kind of stands out and gives a cool aesthetic, you know. This one is in a thick shirt. I am going to switch it to a thin shirt so you can wear it tighter. Not saying that you can't with a thick shirt, but it may not look the way you're wanting it to look. So if you like thick shirts, then you're in luck, you know. The next one here. If you like Elden Ring, this is foul tarnished, which if you've played the game, you know what that means. It's the main character, you're titled as foul tarnished because you're tarnished. Now this one just says Vexed Mind Powerlifting Club. Vexed Mind on the front. These are special because well, like the previous one and this one, these are normal shirt thickness. So this is what you're going to expect like when you go to the store and buy a shirt, because they're meant to fit a little bit tighter. This is the only one that's a fitted. This one's fitted, so it's a little slimmer at the waist, longer. The shoulders have different feel, like the sleeves are more hugging, you know, so you look more jacked. Figured since powerlifting shirt, that'd be cool. Now this one, Adrenaline, if you could see that, maybe. There you go. And it's got Vexed Mind on the front. On the back it says Adrenaline Essential Gym Supplement, and then a description of what adrenaline does in the body. Using adrenaline is like one of the strongest things you can do. Adrenaline is a insane thing and needs more recognition than it gets. So I put this in red. I feel like that kind of gives adrenaline feel, you know. Probably top 3, honestly. And then my favorite, another foul tarnish, but this one is on the back. Beautiful. This brand goes completely under, then at least I got some cool shirts out of it, and I'll never have to buy clothes again because I got so many. This shirt's simple thickness, so you can wear it tight. I mean, you could also wear it loose. The shoulders be a little bit more flappy than stiff. The sleeves, not the shoulders. Hopefully your shoulders aren't like that. But that is pretty much all of our apparel. We have 2 more. I wanted to complete full circles, so I made some sweatpants, 2 different kinds. Really thick ones and some thinner, cheaper ones. What it says on it is troubled generation. They have a tight waistband. I'm wearing them right now. They're probably not the cleanest, but they're really thick as the hoodie. And then the cheaper sweatpants have a bit more design on them. You've probably seen this kind of design style a few other places, like No Way. But this one's unique, you know. I picked everything, designed it all myself. I didn't steal. These sweatpants a little bit thinner, a little bit cheaper. They're going to be large on you. The waist is quite big. There is a drawstring though. The pockets are a little shallow. I'm gonna work on fixing that. So just be aware. It's not a game changer or anything or deal destroyer, but just be aware. So that's all I don't know how much time I've spent in here. Almost an hour. I'll kind of mention briefly, like, why should you buy from this brand? You're just another brand and another needle in the haystack or something. You can buy whatever you want, but I'm trying to make it clear that I am making the highest quality I can. I make them all myself, from blank piece to final product. I ship it all myself. I don't do that drop shipping stuff, you know. I have all the stock in here. That's what these shelves are. I do it all myself. My girlfriend helps me, of course, because if I'm making them all myself in this sweatshop, you know, for 8 hours printing shirts, I kind of start losing my mind. So she usually helps because I can't really do it without her, you know. She's a big part. Even though I do a lot of the work, I built the website myself. I didn't pay someone to build it. I built it, which is why it doesn't look super great. I took the photos myself, which is why they don't look super great. But there's more photography equipment on the way to make those look a little bit better. I think that's going to make a big difference. So I picked everything out. I designed it all, made it all. I store it all, ship it all. Let me know what you think about them, what you don't like in particular. I mean, you could say what you like, but I'm more worried about what people don't like. Tried to price them as low as I could. Some people say that makes it look cheap, like a Temu item, but my hourly wage is negative. I'm costing money as we speak. See you next week, maybe. Maybe I'll just record it tomorrow and upload another one. Alright, thank you.